Happened all so fast. It happened all so fast. We've used Life360 for years, but not for any particular reason. The kids got phones, we turned it on, and that's just how the house worked. Who's driving where, who's at practice, and who needs picking up. Pretty quickly, it stopped feeling like a location tracking. It just became part of the logistics of running a busy family. And honestly, I don't remember us ever having some big conversation about it. It was just there. But now my oldest daughter is 18 and she's going to college next week. Not across the country, but far enough away that I'm not driving over there on some random Tuesday. And for the first time, I started thinking, do we just keep tracking her? Is that helpful? Is it intrusive? And this past June, the University of Michigan CS Mott Children's Hospital released a national poll on exactly this. They surveyed more than 1,500 parents of young adults between 18 and 25, and just over half, 52%, say they track their adult child's location. And of the parents who track, 71% leave the tracking on at all time. And the main reasons are what you would expect: peace of mind and emergencies. And I get that, especially as the father of a daughter going away to college. But then you get further down on the list. 17% say they track to stay up to date on what the kid is doing, 9% to make sure the kid is somewhere they approve of, and another 11% said there's no particular reason at all. So the top of the list sounds like safety, and the bottom of the list starts sounding like more supervision. And that's where the divide gets interesting. Only 16% of parents who track think it feels like an invasion of their kids' privacy. Among parents who don't track, 65% do, and that contrast is striking. Presumably, both groups love their kids and want what's best for them. They have the same access to the technology, but very different ideas of where that protection ends and intrusion begins. And I keep thinking about how different this was when I was that age. When I was a teenager, you had to be where you said you were going to be, when you were going to be there, or you didn't get picked up. There was no dot, there was no text message, and half the time there's no way to reach you at all. You might as well have been halfway on the moon. It was all trust and consequence-based. And when I went to college, the idea that my parents would know exactly where I was at any given time at any moment, that would have been ridiculous. But the technology has changed, and parenting has changed with it, which brings us to consent. 96% of parents who track say their young adults know about it, which is great, but only 54% say they actually gave that young adult the option to be tracked. So in almost half of these families, the parents didn't offer an opt-out. And it goes beyond privacy. 51% of parents who don't track think tracking may prevent their young adult from becoming independent and responsible. Among parents who do track, it's 11%. So I have a question for those 11%ers. If you think it might interfere with their independence and you're still tracking, why are you doing it? Is the safety benefit worth it? But the biggest thing the poll is missing is that they just asked the parents. They didn't ask the young adults. It doesn't tell us what those 18 to 25-year-olds being tracked are actually thinking. So I asked mine. And interestingly, she really hadn't thought about it much either. I asked her how she felt about us having the 360 on while she's away at college. And when I pressed her on it, her answer was basically, yeah, I guess maybe it's a little weird. And that kind of cuts both ways. If she's really never even thought about it, am I actually interfering with her independence? Or is the fact that neither of us really thought about it till now exactly the point? The discussion didn't happen until now. And it goes both ways. Almost half of these young adults are tracking their parents too. And in most of those families, the parents are tracking them as well. So maybe this isn't automatic surveillance. Maybe for a lot of families, it's just simply how we coordinate now. But I do think there's a difference between having somebody's location and using somebody's location to supervise their life. If I know my daughter's driving home somewhere and she stops answering her phone and I see that her location hasn't moved from the side of the highway for 30 minutes, yeah, I'm going to act. But if it's Tuesday morning and I happen to notice she hasn't left the dorm at 9 o'clock, when she has class, do I text her? Do I ask why? No. Actually, the better question is, why was I even looking? It's the same app, it's different parenting. And I think that's where the discipline comes in. Just because you have access to the information doesn't mean you need to use it. So if you've got adult kids, ask them, does it feel like safety? Is it convenience? Is it surveillance? And if you're 18 to 25 and your parents track you, what are your thoughts? Comment below, but more importantly, talk to your parents. As for us, I think we're going to leave the 360 on for now, but she gets to decide when it comes off. And if we're going to leave it on, I have to accept that seeing a dot on the map does not give me the right to interrogate her life. I have to have enough discipline and trust not to use the information just because I have access to it, which is why I will absolutely not be opening Life360 at 2 in the morning just to make sure she's made it back to her.